Page 26, A Jazzy Tune. Well, here we're using a lot of notes on. We're using all the white keys, all the different names, A through G. We got them all here. So again, I hope you know the names of all the white keys on the piano, A through G. Instantly, you can look at any key and know that's an E, or that's an A, or that's a C, or that's an E. You just know what they are instantly. That's our goal. We want to get to that point where if you have stickers on now, I suppose if you need them, you need them, but we want to get to where you don't need the stickers anymore. You can take them off eventually. There will come a time when I will tell you to take them off. By then, you definitely should know the names of the keys on the piano. But in this piece, we're going to put thumbs on middle C, and then the other fingers are going to go on the keys next to them. Here, 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 here. So each one is on a key, and the thumbs are sharing one. Now, when we have a hand on the keyboard and each finger is on a key and they're next to each other pretty much, they don't have to be next to each other, but they're close. We call that a 5-finger position. You position the hand or place the hand, and we got a spot for each of the 5 fingers. And there's all kinds of 5-finger positions. They're just all over the place. This particular one we call middle C position because the thumbs are sharing middle C. Now, we don't need 2 fingers on a note. First off, unless your hands are really little, there isn't room for both fingers on one note. So it's one thumb or the other. They take turns. It's like a timeshare. It's left hand or right hand. And if it's left hand, the right hand just gets out of the way. The fingers stay where they are, and the thumb moves out of the way, and so forth. They're just taking turns. But they're positioned here. That's sort of the anchor of where they are. And that's where we are in this piece. We're using these notes. As far as which hand uses the C, the music tells you that. Yeah. Here, if the stems are going up, it's right hand. If the stems are going down, it's left hand. I mean, look at this line. This piece is 2 lines long. At the end of the first line, that C, that whole note, it doesn't have a stem, but it's the right hand's playing the whole first line, so we'll assume the right hand's going to play the whole note too, so it plays that one. And in the second line, the left hand plays that whole line, so we'll assume the left hand's going to play the last note. So the left hand plays the last C. So we look it over. It's 2 lines long, 4/4 time signature. Remember, 4 counts in a measure, and a quarter note gets a count. You're counting to 4, and you're counting quarter notes. And that makes sense because there's 4 quarter notes in some measures. There's 2 half notes. Remember, a half note's the same as 2 quarter notes. So 2 half notes, that's 4. And then a whole note is the same as 4 quarter notes, so that gets 4 counts. So we're good. And you just try it one hand at a time. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and the repeat, you play it again. You go through, just the beat is steady all the way through. And we have MF is mezzo forte on the first line. That's moderately loud, whatever you think sort of loud is. The second line is the same, moderately loud, but at the end of the second line at the repeat, they say play P second time. In other words, when you repeat it to play it again, they want you to play it softly. Softly. How softly? It's up to you. Just softly. So the first time I'm sort of heavy, because I use gravity to push them down. So I'm sort of heavy. I'm letting the wrist collapse a little bit each one. Stay relaxed. And the second time when I play it, I'm playing it light, soft. You can still let the wrist collapse a little bit. See, the idea with letting the wrist collapse is we tend to tense up. And when you do that, your wrist gets stiff. If you'll make it a habit of trying to let that wrist collapse, doesn't have to be a big collapse, just a little collapse, that helps to keep you relaxed because you can't be relaxed with a stiff wrist. Or You can't have a stiff wrist when you're relaxed. They just don't go together. We're not built that way. So just try and keep the wrist a little bit. You don't get all carried away. So I'd like to do this duet at the bottom, and you play the jazzy tune there. And don't forget, you gotta repeat it. You gotta play it twice. And I need you to go up an octave again. We've done this before. It simply means that you pretend middle C instead of here, middle C is up here. You're just going from this C to this C. So instead of this position, you're up here. And you play it up here. 1, 2, ready, go.